Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at the SPY, the Qs, the IWM, the IYT, the USO, ExxonMobil, Apple, and JPM. Let's get right into the SPY, if I can get it up here. All right, so on the daily chart we're still above the MAs, and they closed it above the 20. So that's a good sign for the stock. We have a nice bullish pattern. I'd still say we see a nice little wedge, but we'll take what we have. As long as it stays above this MA, we did fill a gap up here. We got a slight bounce, and they're holding it. We had no volume today, so these light volume days, they can do this. Look at that. The volume just disappears, and what does the market do? Chug, 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 chug. So let's see. They're trying to get everybody bullish to buy on the upside, and if it does start moving up, 217.65 is still resistance. That's the all-time high. If we get above that, we're probably going to 220, and then 224, well, 225 in that area. And then if we could get above 220 and see what the pattern is or how it works out, if this thing starts to move, it's got to go. 1, 2, 3, a nice 3-bar surge or something. We go into the 225, 226 area, boom, we're going short. Adding more. So right now, bullish. Still no volume. Watch that. A little more selling on heavier volume days. But they're holding it above the 20 MA. It's all that counts. Weekly, same thing. Needs to get above the all-time high. Close up here on a weekly basis. Monthly, same thing. I want to see a close above this green candle at the end of the month. So let's look at the Qs. Same thing. Not really a pattern on this one, just kind of floating up, kind of made a top, fake print, boom. Now we have like a topping tail. I don't really count that, but I'll take it. And looks like it's starting to pull back, a little bit extended above the moving averages, and on the daily, that thing possibly wants to come back. If it does, it's around 113. If it moves up, you're looking for the all-time high here, which is 118.80. If it gets above that, it goes to 120. Then possibly same thing, 121, or actually like 123 to 125. That would probably be the max move in there, but we're just waiting for pattern here. See if it sets up in a bullish pattern and start moving up, or it starts breaking down and gets below this. We still got a gap to fill. The 20 MA, some support. So this one's a daily, day by day we'll get the new piece of the puzzle. If this thing continues curling up, the 20 MA, it will fuse this, and if it doesn't break out on that and it starts breaking down, then we just watch through the MAs and see if it comes down. Weekly, not much. Topping tail, you want it more upside. It needs to close above these highs, then the all-time high, then this thing should move up. The monthly, same thing. And my phone's ringing. Same thing monthly. If it closes above the highs on the monthly close, then we'll talk and see if it goes. Still needs to get above that 118 area, 118.78. So again, not bad. It's pulling back a little bit. It needs to come down, but light volume's taking over, so the Qs can continue to float. IWM. This one's holding the 20 cents. It's pretty much the same scenario. Every computer out there that's just plugged onto the same scenario. Keep it above the MAs. Everyone's bullish. Everything's great. This pattern was a lot better than the SPY. It was nice and tight. It started breaking out, but then we broke down. Now we're in an inside bar. Let's see if we can consolidate sideways and break down. Or do we go for these highs, which is 121.80, and then it starts to make a run for the this pivot here, 123.45, 126.79, fill the gap, and then go for the all-time high. One thing that I noticed with this, with the IWM, which is Russell 2000, still lagging. The Russell should be leading. It's not. Not good. Let's look at the IYT. This is another indicator that should be leading, and it's lagging. Not good. The SPY is at the highs, the NASDAQ's at the highs. This should be at the highs too. Dow's at the highs. IWM isn't, and the transports isn't as well. So you got to look at that. It's trying to break out. I mean, it's got somewhat of a bullish pattern. It was above the MAs. It closed slightly below today. This is a weekly, though. This is where we're following this one. If this thing closes below this inside bar and it ends up somewhere into the 137 area, then it's possibly going to start moving down. We're going to wait for pattern and see how it reacts if it gets into this area, and see if it's going to make one more move up, and then we'll take it from there. Daily chart, not bad, but man, you know, had this nice move up, nice pullback into the MA, 20 MA, and it didn't pop. It tried, closed below. Now we're confirming below the 20 MA. Next we'll be confirming below these two. But right now we're waiting for pattern. You know, it started breaking down, but it could very well go straight back up, get recapture the MAs just like every other chart, and then they start, you know, telling everyone, oh, it's time to buy, time to buy, time to buy. But we're waiting for pattern. Let's see if we get above the 50 MA, 20 MA, and then go from there. Weekly, same thing. Good inside bar pullback for an upside, but if this fails, we're going down. Monthly, not bad. Micro bull, macro bear, down and sideways. Below the 20 MA, if this keeps curling, this can knock it down into the 50 MA. This trend line breaks, this is over. This thing's going to go right down to 107 and then 95. If it goes up, again, you're looking at resistance up at 153.31. Then you're going to start getting some more up into the 157, 158, and then, of course, double top. There might be a gap fill in here somewhere, but that's on a smaller time frame. But that's the IYT. Lagging, not good. Let's go to USO. USO's getting a nice bounce. Up almost 4% today. We're into 618. We're into this little pivot here. 932 was an area. And then, of course, right in there about $9. That's what I was calling the day before. Just didn't make it. Looks like we're starting to get a bounce. Now we're just waiting on pattern. See if this thing could come in, reverse, or is it going to attack the 20 MA, possibly gap fill right in here. That'd be a 1042, maybe. If you're going to short this thing, I'd like to see at least 1125 up into this area. Weekly, same as well. No, 1156 up in there. If it got into the 1126, 36 area, boom. You know, even I'd have to draw a tighter fib in here. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this causes a tail or if it just repeats and then goes right back down and retraces to the lows and then hits the $9 level, or does it start to move up? This will be an interesting one to watch. USO. But it had a nice pullback, starting to find support down in this area. We'll have to see what the next couple days bring. ExxonMobil, same thing. That one was another one that just started falling. That was nice. And everyone was bullish on this one. We started coming into these pivots. You know, then you have this gap fill up in here. You know, you got a lot of resistance up in here. You better have a lot of people buying for this thing to continue up. But nice pullback, getting an inside bar pattern. Let's see if we could get above the 88.06 area. If we can, then we're probably going to fill this, get up to the gap window. It's around $89, and then we'll possibly fill this gap. We still have the MAs, and this is the daily. Weekly, we would have to recapture the $89, $90 area, get above the 20 MA again, and people will believe that this thing could possibly move up, and then the light volume will kick in, and they'll just push it. This is a leader, and again, it's lagging. Why isn't it at the top? Can't forget about that. Apple, we know this one. The darling, can't even go anywhere. You're in this big inside bar on the monthly, and if it doesn't get above this area, 109, 112, and then this 20 MA, it's going down. It's going lower. Weekly, we're running into the 50, the 50 MA, and then you have this trend line coming up. So you have big resistance up in here, and then you have this big breakdown bar as well. So you better get a little more volume on this. But again, this is the weekly, so we'll see where we close, and I still want to see confirmation if it closes above this 50 here. That's the weekly chart. The daily, we got above the 200 MA. We actually confirmed, but we had a nice reversal and then another reversal. So this is suspect here, but we do have the gap fill right in this area around 110. So they could be going for gap window as well as around 108.76. So that could be a goal that they're trying to achieve. They get Apple up, the markets will have, will move up as well. So, but this one's been, this one's been weak for a while. And this is bearish. This is setting up to go down. This is nice. Unless we get above this area, 112, 113, maybe keeps going. But man, I don't know. It will be interesting. I just have to see what the charts tell you. But man, this is a big inside bar on the monthly, and we're going 4 months after this candle. Will be 4 months. So that's Apple. Again, though, lagging, and then JPM, same thing. Just lagging. Look at the highs. There's the all-time highs. There's JPM. But it is technically, it's trying. It's trying. Right into a big trend line, 750 retrace, some pivots up into this area. So this is make it or break it for JPM. And this will get some shorts covering right here. This little push up. So if it does push up a little bit more, 6602 up into that area, you can possibly short again if you're not short. Or if you wanted to add short to JPM, that'd be the place to start doing something. And then again, you know, if it keeps going up, you got this little bit pivot, that pivot around 67, 97, 68, and then, you know, if you want to wait patiently. But if you start adding here, just leave some money just in case it moves up a little higher. But like I said, on the weekly, this is a big area right in here. Let's see if this thing can get through. Again, this is John at StockBookie.com. Just going over some charts using technical analysis, going through the daily, weekly, monthly for swing trades. I do some intraday work as well through the 10-minute and 60-minute. And that's it. Just follow the charts, and it helps navigate you through the markets. Again, John at StockBookie.com. Everybody, thanks for watching. God bless. See you on the charts.